The South Pacific, a vast expanse of blue dotted with islands. Some are lush and green, teeming with life. Others are mere specks of rock and sand. Among them for over a century lay Sandy Island, or so the maps claimed. Sandy Island, a name as ordinary as the island was supposed to be, first appeared on a British Admiralty chart in 1876. It was located in the Coral Sea, northwest of New Caledonia. The island was small, unremarkable, yet its existence would spark a mystery that spanned generations. The island's appearance on the British chart lent it an air of authenticity. Soon Sandy Island was being included on maps by other countries. France, Germany, the United States all recognized this seemingly insignificant speck of land in the vast ocean. It was a cartographic consensus, but consensus, as we shall see, does not always equal truth. How did Sandy Island find its way onto so many maps? The answer, it seems, lies in a combination of human error and the limitations of early cartography. The 19th century was a time of great exploration, particularly in the vast, uncharted waters of the Pacific. Ships, relying on rudimentary navigational tools, traversed the oceans, recording their findings as best they could. It's possible that the crew of the ship that first charted Sandy Island made a simple mistake. Perhaps they mistook a floating raft of pumice, a common sight in the region, for solid ground. Or maybe they miscalculated their position, marking an island where none existed. Whatever the reason, the error was replicated and disseminated. Mapmakers, often working from the reports of others, dutifully included Sandy Island on their charts. And so, the Phantom Island took on a life of its own, existing not in the real world, but in the collective imagination of mapmakers and the public alike. For over 100 years, Sandy Island remained on maps, a testament to the enduring power of a mistake, but its days were numbered. In the 21st century, with the advent of advanced satellite imagery and GPS technology, the world's oceans were no longer quite as mysterious, and in 2012, a team of scientists from the University of Sydney set out on an expedition to the South Pacific, their mission to study plate tectonics in the area. Their ship, equipped with state-of-the-art sonar equipment, sailed to the coordinates where Sandy Island was supposed to be. They expected to find a small island, as indicated on their charts. What they found, however, was even more surprising. Nothing at all. The sonar data was unequivocal. There was no island at the designated location. The ocean floor in that area was over 4,000 feet deep. Sandy Island, it seemed, had vanished. Section 4. Shadows and Whispers. The news of Sandy Island's disappearance sent ripples through the scientific community and beyond. How could an island, clearly marked on maps for over a century, simply cease to exist? The answer, as with many mysteries, was both simpler and more complicated than it seemed. The most likely explanation remains human error. The initial sighting of Sandy Island was probably a mistake, a misinterpretation of something else, a floating mass of pumice, a submerged reef, even an error in recording coordinates. All could have contributed to the Phantom Island's appearance on maps. Some have even speculated that the island might have been a deliberate fabrication. In the world of maritime navigation, charts were valuable commodities, and some mapmakers were known to include fictitious islands as a form of copyright trap. Others whisper of more clandestine motives, suggesting that Sandy Island might have been a deliberate piece of misinformation planted by governments or intelligence agencies for strategic reasons. Section 5. Ghosts of the Ocean. Sandy Island is not alone in the annals of phantom geography. Throughout history, tales abound of islands that appear and disappear, tantalizing explorers and cartographers alike. One such island is High Brazil, said to lie off the coast of Ireland. Legend has it that High Brazil is shrouded in mist, visible only for one day every 7 years. Another elusive landmass is the Isle of Bermea, once believed to be located in the Gulf of Mexico. Bermea appeared on Spanish maps for centuries, but like Sandy Island, it vanished from later charts, its existence disputed to this day. These phantom islands, whether products of myth, mistake, or deliberate deception, serve as reminders of the limits of human knowledge and the enduring power of the unknown. They are ghosts in the machine of cartography, echoes of a time when the world was a far more mysterious place. Section 6. When maps lie. In an age of GPS and satellite imagery, it seems almost inconceivable that an island could appear on maps for over a century without actually existing. Yet the story of Sandy Island reminds us that maps are not infallible. They are at their core human creations, subject to the same errors and biases as their makers. While modern technology has greatly enhanced the accuracy of cartography, it has not eliminated the possibility of error. Maps are still interpretations of complex data, and the process of transforming that data into a visual representation is not without its challenges. Moreover, the vastness of our planet, particularly the oceans, means that there are still areas that remain largely unexplored. The deep sea, in particular, is a realm of mystery, home to countless unknown species and geological formations. Section 7. The Unseen World. The disappearance of Sandy Island from maps is a tale that straddles the line between science and folklore. It is a reminder that even in an age of advanced technology, the world still holds surprises, and that the maps we rely on are not always accurate reflections of reality. Perhaps somewhere out there, hidden beneath the waves or shrouded in mist, other phantom islands await discovery, their existence whispered in old charts and maritime legends. Or perhaps, as we continue to explore and map our planet with ever-increasing precision, the mysteries of the unseen world will slowly fade, replaced by the cold, hard facts of data and technology. But even as the unknown shrinks, the allure of the undiscovered remains. The possibility of finding something new, something that challenges our understanding of the world, is a powerful motivator, driving us to explore, to question, and to wonder what lies beyond the edges of our maps. The story of Sandy Island, a place that never truly existed, serves as a potent reminder that even in the 21st century there are still mysteries to be solved and stories to be told,